people today. They could spend half their lives over 50. That's a lot of living. So it helps to have a wise friend and fierce defender in your corner. A friend like AARP. So your health lives longer.
This is just slow-mo karate?
Just slow-mo karate.
Your money lives longer.
I just bought that.
I just sold that.
And your happiness lives longer. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
Hello, my name is Teresa Collins, and I am an Executive Council member for AARP Illinois. AARP, a nonprofit, nonpartisan member organization, has been working to promote the health and well-being of older Americans for more than 60 years. AARP Illinois is proud to represent all those who are 50 plus in Illinois and our 1.7 million members. And we thank you for the opportunity to be your wise friend and fierce defender. Our mission is to enhance the quality of life for all as we age, leading positive social change and delivering value to members through advocacy, service, and information. At AARP, we know that staying fit is one of the pillars of healthy living, and we want to help you on your fitness journey. Physical activity can boost memory, improve thinking, and even lower dementia risk. It's not too late to start. AARP is proud to offer today's virtual event to start or continue you on your fitness journey. Have a wonderful class and enjoy.
Hello everyone, my name is Connie Schober. I'm a personal trainer here at Senior Services Plus Wellness Center. And today we're going to be doing a balance and flexibility class. So the only thing you guys need today is going to be a chair and some dumbbells. It doesn't have to be a chair. It can be any stable surface you can hold on to. Just make sure again that it is stable and it's not going to move on you while you hold on to it while we're doing our exercises. So today we're going to start off with doing some standing warm-up. So starting off real simple, just marching in place. Again, this is to build up the heart rate, warm the muscles up for what is going to occur going forward. If you need to, obviously feel free to hold on to your chair or whatever surface you're next to, and just do what you feel like you need in order to stay secure. So moving those arms if you can, stepping the feet. If you need to do this in a chair as well, that works just fine. Just anything to get you moving. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then go ahead, bring the feet about shoulder width apart, and we're going to reach across the body, getting some rotation into that torso, reaching those hands as far across as you can. And as always, as a reminder, if anything is hurting while we're doing it, just stop what you're doing, maybe do a little bit less, and that may help out. Again, just reaching and rotating. Three, 2, 1. And just go ahead and bring the hand as high up and over your head as you can. Kind of bending to the side as well. Getting those obliques warmed up. Those back muscles. If this leaning kind of makes you dizzy, then you can just bring the hand up and over, just keeping the head stable. Again, whatever works best for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Hold your arms out to the side, and you're just going to make some tiny circles with those arms. It doesn't matter which direction you go. You can go forward or backward because we're going to switch. So just keep in the direction that you're moving. And as you're rotating, just slowly make those hands go into the larger circles. And then once you get into a big circle, you're going to go the opposite direction. Starting big, And then just slowly making those rotations just a little bit smaller, keeping those hands out to the side, and making tiny circles, and finishing off there. Next up, kind of moving into the wrists. Just rotate those around. Again, doesn't matter which direction you go, because we're going to do both. And then let's go ahead and reverse that direction. And relax there. Next, you're going to flick the water, warming up the hands a bit. If flicking the water doesn't work, just open and close the hands. That works just fine as well. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Next up, we're going to reach down to our foot or maybe the hip, just as far as you can. So you can hold on to your surface if you need to here. I'm just going to take my hand, reaching down as far as I can go, then back up. You don't have to go as far as I am. You can go down to the hip, you can go down to the knee, all the way down to the floor, just doing whatever you can in the safest manner possible, and you're doing the right thing. So for me, I'm going to go just a little bit deeper into the motion, warming up those back muscles a bit. Again, if you need to hold on to the chair while you're doing this one, or whatever surface, that works just fine. Three, 2, 1, and relax there. Next up, we're just going to get into some side stepping. So stepping out to the side, coming back together. Stepping out to the side, coming back together. You can hold onto the chair like so, or your surface like so, and go side to side this way. Or you can just hold onto it like this, and step back together. Whatever feels easier and safer for you. Yep, just stepping side to side. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax there. Next up, still holding onto your surface, you're going to try to bring your heel all the way behind you, back on down. Don't try to push it really high up there because you may develop a Charlie horse, and I wouldn't want that for you. So just bring that heel up again as high as you can, warming up those hamstrings, moving those knees. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax there. Very good. All right. If you need a drink of water, go ahead and get one now. I know I will. So we're going to get into a little bit of upper body strengthening, followed by some lower body strengthening, some balance, and then we'll finish off with a pretty good stretch. So whenever you're ready, I'm going to have you grab those dumbbells that we talked about before. And you can do this in sitting or standing. Does not matter which one to me. Again, whatever feels best for you. First one we're going to do is working on our shoulders and arms here. This is going to help us obviously strengthen the upper body, helping us push ourselves up off a chair, up off the floor, down and so forth. So let's take your dumbbells, bring them to your sides of your shoulders like so, and then you're going to press them up as high as you comfortably can, and then all the way back down. This is also going to work on our core muscles as it helps us stabilize our torso while we're pressing it up. So if you've already began, that's perfect. Pressing it up above you, back down. We'll call that number 3 just because we already started. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. This next one is going to working on our back muscles, all of our pulling muscles in the back sides of the shoulder. So what you're going to do is your chest is going to face the floor. So your butt goes back, chest faces the floor like so. If you don't feel stable standing here by yourself, you can just use one hand and hold on like this. And this is actually how I'm going to show it to you. So holding on with one hand, dumbbell in the other, pull it up to the chest, back on down, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and put the dumbbell in your other hand. You can turn around, hold on to the surface with your other hand. I'm just going to act it out. So if my hand is here holding on to my surface, my chest is facing the floor, I'm going to pull the dumbbell up to my chest, back on down, and that is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Next one, this is going to work a little bit of our lower body and upper body here. So what I'm going to do is dumbbells are going to be about my hip height. My feet are going to be about shoulder width apart. We are going to bring our butt down towards the floor, so we're going to squat down just a little bit. And then as we stand up, we're going to bring the dumbbells up to our shoulder height. So squat the butt down like so. We're going to do that for 10 times. So squat down, hands up, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. For the next one here, we're going to keep our dumbbells at about our waist height. This is going to be working on our butt muscles, our lower back muscles, butt, thighs, calves, feet, all the muscles that help us stay upright. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. My hands are going to be at my thighs. I'm going to push my butt back, slide my hands down my shins, and then I'm going to stand all the way back up. This is called a Romanian deadlift. Pushing the butt back, chest down, standing all the way up nice and tall, and that is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good job. We're going to do a little bit more lower body strengthening, but we're going to go ahead, we're going to put the dumbbells down for now, as we're going to use a little bit more body weight for this one. So while we're doing lower body strengthening, that also is going to be helping us with our balance, as the things that hold our bones up is going to be our muscles. Now, of course, there's a little bit of like eyesight and inner ears that plays a part of our balance as well, and that's what we'll work on as well. But for now, kind of working on more of the muscular part of our balance. So again, go ahead and grab onto your surface that you're using for your balance support. You're going to shift your body weight onto your left foot, and you're going to hover your right foot in the air. You're going to try to keep that right foot in the air, try not to touch the ground, and then you're going to kick your foot out to the side, working the side hip muscles on your right side and left. So kick that right foot out, bring it back in. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Cool thing about that one is that not only are you working the side that's actually moving, but you're also working the muscles that are helping you stand upright on the foot that's not moving too. So nice little 2 for 1 there. So again, holding onto your surface that you need to. Now we're going to hover the right foot off the floor and kick it out towards the side. So again, you can either hold onto your surface like I am, or you can go on the side and do it this way, whichever works best for you. Stand on that right foot, hover that left foot off the floor, kick the left foot out to the side, and back down. Very good. Back down, that is 2, 3, 4. Make sure you're not leaning your torso either. Stay upright. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. All right. Last one for our lower body strengthening directly. Let's go ahead. We're going to put our feet about hip width apart. Toes are going to be pointed forward the entire time, holding onto your surface. And we're going to go all the way up onto the tippy toes, and then all the way back down, working on our calves and our feet. Up on the tippy toes and back down. So let's go ahead and we'll start. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Very great job. Go ahead and get another drink of water if you need it. So like I said before, everything we just did is going to help out with your balance, even though it didn't feel like balancing exercises. What we're going to get into now is a little bit more what people would consider your traditional balancing exercises, kind of based on where our feet position is at and the likes. So we're going to start off real simple. The first one, you're going to stand with your feet about hip width apart. Now you're going to feel pretty stable, and that's what I want you to feel as of right now. If this is challenging, then that's fine too. Just make sure that surface that I was talking about before is somewhere where you can easily grab, because we don't want any falls to occur. That's what we're trying to work against. So go ahead and just stand here for a second. And if you're not wobbly, this is pretty easy. I want you to go ahead and just close your eyes. Again, make sure you know where your stable surface is at. Just keep your eyes closed and see if it changes anything. Maybe it gets a little bit harder. Maybe it gets easier, who knows? If that's still not hard enough, you can open your eyes and look around, or you can keep your eyes closed and look around. Your eyes closed while you look around is going to be the hardest way to do this one, as now we can't rely on our eyes to help us with our balance, and we can't rely on our inner ear, our vestibular system, to help us balance either. So now it's just our muscles doing all the work. Eyes open looking around should be a little bit easier than eyes closed. All right, go ahead and relax. Very good. I forgot to mention that as we're doing our balancing exercises, you can hold on to your surface all the way, but if you feel like that's just a little too much support, you're more than welcome to just use like a fingertip, maybe just your fingertips, maybe need both hands, one hand. So not only can you switch up what you're doing, but you can also reduce the amount of balancing support that you need. And that works just as well. So next up, we're going to bring our feet closer together. So because our base of support, our feet, are now narrower, it's going to be a little bit harder to stay balanced. So it's kind of like walking normally versus walking on a tightrope. So we're getting to the tightrope station or portion of this. Nonetheless, feet together and just hang out, stand here. Use your hands on your base, on your structure here to help you out. Making sure you're standing up nice and tall, proud chest. And if you feel a little wobbly, that's where you want to be. If you want this to be a little bit more challenging, again, you can look around, you can close your eyes, you can do both. Anything of that nature will make this harder. So go ahead and try out whichever one you want to do. I'm going to do eyes closed and looking around. Maybe take a fingertip off, maybe take one hand off your supporting structure. And relax there. Very good. Last one we're going to work on is going to be standing on one foot. Now, because again, narrow base of support, this is going to be the hardest. So if you need some more structural support, then please go grab another chair. For me, I'm okay with one, so I'm going to go ahead and continue using that. So because the chair is on my left side, your right side, I'm going to use my right foot. So I'm not standing on the same side as my chair. I'm going to stand on the opposite side, giving me a little bit more support as I need it. So for me, if the chair is on your left, you're going to stand on your right foot. If the chair is on your right, you're going to stand on your left foot. So whichever one you're on, go ahead and lift the foot up into the air and just try to hold on or try to stay standing in this position the entire time that I say. Three, two, one. Go ahead and relax. Very good. On this next one, try finding a point to look at on the floor and see if that makes it a little bit easier. So for me, I'm just going to go ahead and keep the chair here. For you, again, if you need to be on the other side, that's fine. I'm going to stand on my left foot, raising my right foot into the air, maybe holding on to my support with my right hand. Nonetheless, go ahead and hover the foot off the floor and just hold this position, finding a spot about 10 feet in front of you to stare at. That will help you out as well. Three, two, one, go ahead and relax. Very good job. All right, go ahead and grab another drink if you need it. If not, I'm going to have you sit on down and we're going to focus on a little bit of stretching, helping us out with our flexibility. So I'm going to put my chair forward here. You can stay standing and do some of these if you like. You can sit down in the chair, whatever you'd like, whatever works best for you. So the first one, I'm going to kind of go from the lower body heading up. I'm going to kick my left leg out in front of me, toes up towards the sky, heel on the floor, knee straight. I'm going to sit up nice and tall, and then I'm going to reach as far down as I can until I feel a pretty good stretch and pull in the back side of my left leg. I'm not rounding my torso out to go all the way down. I'm just going far enough to feel a really good stretch in the back side of my leg, also known as your hamstring. So go ahead and just hold this position, taking some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, nice and slow. As you're holding these stretches, if you want to slowly go further into the stretch, that totally is fine. Just make sure it doesn't cause you any pain. Again, we want it to feel uncomfortable but not painful. And relax there. Very good. Go ahead and kick your right foot out in front of you, toes up towards the sky, heel on the floor. Take both hands and reach down to your right foot, stopping as soon as you feel a pretty good stretch in the back side of that right leg. Again, if you want to sink deeper into the stretch, that is totally fine. Just make sure your back is still staying pretty well straight, focusing on the stretch of that hamstring. And relaxing there. Very good. All right. This next one is going to be helpful if you do have a chair, because we're going to be stretching out our hip flexor, which is this front thigh muscle here. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit at the edge of your chair. I'm actually going to turn mine so you can see a bit more of what I'm doing here. So sitting at the edge of your chair, you're going to lean your upper back against the back side of that chair. And then you're going to take your right foot. I'm going to show it to you with my left just so you can see. You're going to take your right foot and bring it all the way underneath you. Now, I'm kind of wiggling my foot back, which is going to drop my knee further to the floor, causing more of a stretch in the front side of my thigh muscle. So go ahead and just hold this position, feeling the stretch in the front side of that thigh. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax there. Stay in this position, and now just switch feet. So again, wiggling that other foot underneath you, letting the knee drop to the floor, feeling the stretch in the front side of that thigh and the front side of that hip. I'm doing my right leg now, so you may not be able to see what I'm doing here. Just as long as you feel that stretch, you're doing the right thing. Three, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax there. Very good. Next up, again, going onto our hips. Let's take our left leg and bring it up over the right. Now, if you can't get it on top of the thigh and knee, that's fine. You can cross it at the ankles, cross it at the lower leg, whatever you can do to get a good stretch in that hip. Excuse me. This is known as a figure 4 stretch, or also a pigeon pose. So we're just sitting up nice and tall, leg on top of that knee, or maybe across the lower leg. And if you already feel a pretty good stretch in that hip, that's perfect. If it feels like it's about to pop off, maybe you've gone a little too far. If you need more stretch in this position, you can lean forward into that lower leg, giving you more stretch in those hip muscles there. So go ahead and just hang out here. You may feel this in the low back as well, and that's totally fine and normal. And relax there. Switching legs here. Putting that right leg up on top, or again, across the shin. Leaning forward into that lower leg if you need some more stretching here, or if you can tolerate more of a stretch. Again, if you feel this in your low back, it's totally normal, just as long as there's no pain. And relax there. Let's take your left hand, put it on the back side of your chair. Take your right hand, put it on your left knee, and then you're going to twist towards your left. So you're going to feel this from your low back going all the way up. If you want more of a stretch, you can even look behind you with your chin, with your head. That'll get you a little bit more as well. It's kind of like you're reversing your car. And relax there. Left hand on the right knee, right hand on the back side of that chair, twisting towards the right, and looking behind you if you need a little bit more of a stretch. And relax there. Very good. Last one. This is going to be a little bit of a combination for the upper body here. Let's take our hands, bring them out to our sides. We're going to point our fingertips back behind us. And we're going to try to bring those hands as far back as we can, focusing on feeling the stretch, maybe in the shoulders, maybe in the chest. You may feel this one even going into the forearms, biceps, and wrists, and fingers. All totally normal. If it becomes too uncomfortable, you can just relax out of the position. That's fine. Again, just hold this stretch here, puffing the chest up to the sky. Go ahead and bring the hands all the way above you, like you're making a figure in the snow, all the way up, all the way back down to the sides, nice and slow, all the way back up, back down, and then all the way up. Lock the fingers together here. Now, making sure your feet are nice and wide, we're going to lean towards your right, feeling that stretch in the side of your torso, holding that position there. And then you can lean to the left, feeling a stretch in the right side of your torso. You may feel this kind of in the shoulder blade, next to the ribs. That's totally fine. And coming all the way up, bring the hands down, and that is all we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Very good job. Hope you enjoyed the exercises and the stretching, and I hope you have a really